Chicago. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the Washington football team.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
He made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago: 6 catches, 95 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the one interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First down and a little extra for Mostert. Past the 20. Got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get this inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. He completes it to Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Brown. Nice punt, but good work on the return to give back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Second and 10. Here's Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Off play action, Fields. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They hand it off to Mostert. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 163 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Fields finds his tight end Ingram, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run with Hines. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hines again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears open the lead up to 34-0. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd and 14. The throw finding its target, the tight end Horsted. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Fields.
Rolling to his right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Hines. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now it's Hines. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Dio Dangbo there to make the play defensively.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
This is caught. That's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Hines. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Naeem Hines taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 42-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 5. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They run again with Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Flush to his right. Touchdown! It's complete. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They begin the drive with Hines. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Kittle.
That catch good for only a couple. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastiff.
Now the ball comes loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at that.
Come on now.
After review the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
45. Mike, 45.
Fields now to throw.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.